What's going on? Welcome back to another Raw review. This one is from October 3rd, 1994. Let's get right into it. Raw starts off with a recap of last week's King's Court, where Neidhart challenged the Bulldog for a match, and this week we will be getting this match. Funny thing about the promo was that the Bulldog said he was part of the new generation, and the first three people you see on the show is the 50-year-old Jerry Lawler, Jim Neidhart, and British Bulldog, who were both at WrestleMania 2, which was in 1986. So all three of these guys were part of the old generation. So kind of contradictory there. We also see Neidhart and Owen showing up to the arena earlier in the day, and they say some stuff, but nothing that hasn't already been said. So I didn't want to bring it up again. So the match is the first of the night. Owen Hart comes down to ringside, of course, with Jim, and right away Owen distracts the Bulldog and allows the Anvil to get the upper hand. It doesn't last long as Davey Boy Smith shoulder blocks him out of the ring. They have a weird looking move where Bulldog went for a knee, but Neidhart just brushes him away. Then Davey Boy runs the rope, but Owen pulls the rope down and Bulldog falls to the outside. Then Bret Hart makes his way to the ringside area and stays in the Bulldog's corner for the rest of the match. The whole match they were getting over the power that the Bulldog has, like no shit. All we have to do is look at him to know this. It's not like when a small guy is being put over as being strong, or when a big guy has agility. This is a big guy being pushed as having strength. Of course he does. Getting back to the match, the Bulldog hits a couple clotheslines followed by a suplex for a close fall. Then Bob Backlund makes his way to ringside and distracts Bret Hart. Meanwhile, Owen gets in the ring and knees Bulldog for the DQ. Bret notices and gets in the ring to help. Him and Bulldog take care of Owen and Neidhart, and that's pretty much it. Again, you kind of see this coming every single time that you get two guys that are established instead of it just being a jobber match. You're like, in the back of your head, you have that feeling this is gonna come out as a count out, a DQ, but you just have to live with it, I guess. That this is what they're doing right now. They can't have anybody lose, so I don't know why they have the match. Like, who is Jim Neidhart? You're not building him anymore. Bulldog is the new person on the show. Get him the win. Not that hard. We then get the infamous baseball is on strike, but the WWF season won't ever end. Well, maybe because you don't allow a union and somehow get away with hiring independent contractors that can't work anywhere else. But probably back in the day, everybody was like, hell yeah, wrestling, whatever. Then Doink comes out for a match and gets the win with his top rope move. And when he lands it, we hear a fart noise from Vince or Macho Man, one of the two, on commentary. Next up, we get another video promo from The Undertaker calling out Yokozuna. Looks like they're having this casket match at all the house shows at the time. I'm going to ask this now and in the future videos when I remember. But why is it that fans call them house shows? WWF calls them live events. And I don't see why we must give everything a different name just because WWE has their own word for it. There's nothing wrong with saying live events. Why do people call them house shows? Who started that? Did the wrestlers call them house shows? And why are they called house shows? So if you know, just please leave it in the comments. But anyways, next up, another goddamn King's Court. The King again takes his time before introducing his guest, and his guest probably should have just been kept waiting forever. The guest is Yokozuna to give his 2 cents about what The Undertaker has been saying about him. The only good part is that Cornette is going to be his mouthpiece for this. They clear the air of the rumors that Yokozuna is scared of The Undertaker. Instead, they flip the rumor and say it's the other way around and that Taker is the one that is scared. They do a good callback when Cornette doesn't say the word casket, but Lawler says it without meaning to because they're all heels. Lawler says he won't say it anymore. Jerry, though, says it again, and Yokozuna gets scared that he wipes his sweat and smears it on the camera. I hate when they do that, when they spit or when they just touch the camera lens. Like, come on. Like, just think about it if you were the cameraman. You have to clean that, and you're getting their nasty shit on your rag or whatever you have to clean it with. And again, Cornette and Yokozuna again sweating like pigs. Is the heater turned all the way up or something in these arenas? Come on. But that's pretty much it with the King's Court. Nothing really. Again, they're treating it like it's not part of the show because it's only taking place on house shows or live events. I don't know. I'm going to say either or just because I'm accustomed to saying house shows. But I still don't understand why fans have to give all WWF terms a different term. Next up, we have women's division match: Bo Nakano and Luna Vachon versus Heidi Lee Morgan and Alundra Blaze in a tag team match. Instead of talking about the match, Vince and Macho Man wonder who would win in a match between Bo Nakano and Roseanne Barr. My personal opinion, my money is on Roseanne. The match was actually decent though. Heidi and Alundra Blaze try to suplex Bo Nakano. Instead, she suplexes both of them. Miscommunication when Luna hits a dropkick on Akano, and that allows Blaze to hit a suplex to pick up the win for her team. To be honest, all the women in this match look pretty good except for Luna Vachon. She's the worst one, and somehow she's going to be the only one that stays with the company for many more years to come. Then Bob Backlund comes out to face his jobber. He wins with the crossface, and after the bell is rung, he adds the chicken wing part of the submission hold by getting down to the mat with the hold still locked in. He does eventually release it, and that's it for that. Following that, we get a word from Bret Hart. Vince asks him what Backlund told him earlier during the Bulldog and Neidhart match. Bret says that Backlund is losing his marbles and that he's already beat him, so he has to get to the back of the line if he wants another shot. So that's it for the show, and this one is going to get a good grade. The only thing that didn't make any sense was Doink getting a win. What is he doing at the moment that he needs a win? Besides that, everything had its place. The Neidhart and Bulldog match wasn't great. That's probably building to something more though. And it also had Bret and Backlund continuing their storyline while also intertwining it with the Hart family situation stuff. We also had a decent match with the women, and it ends with the WWF champion acknowledging what is probably his next opponent. So, I mean, it's not the best show ever, but with what we've been getting recently, this show is good enough to get a good grade. So, with that being said, I'm out.